god. Oh my gosh, okay. Thank you so much for the follow, but also holy fuck. Ah, we are only 2 away and I'm really freaked out about it. Oh god, I'm actually like... I know I literally asked for it, but I'm terrified. Like, quite literally, but hello! Yay! Welcome in! Oh my gosh! Well, thank you so much for being here. Oh my god, those emotes are so cute. Oh gosh. No, thank you. Thank you so much. But we were really, really close. And it's actually scary. I have a whole lot of prep work that's going on in like the background that I've been working on all week. Um, but I'm nowhere near done with it, but that number keeps going up and I'm like, no, stop! It's enough slices! It is very exciting though. It is, yeah. After working towards it for, oh god, how long have we been here? Since March, I think? Yeah, I think since March, so. Oh, yes. Yes. I have so many questions, most of which go like hello, hello, welcome in. You started in February too? Awesome. I feel like a lot of people started streaming this year. Like it's just a good time to do it. I feel like we're finally sort of out of the dip, the post-COVID dip. And then we're like, well, actually, hobbies sound nice again. Oh gosh. Also, if you're new here, I also accept critique as to my setup. So if my audio or anything sounds weird, hello, hello. Yeah, there's quite a few. Oh gosh, hello. Mic a little closer? Okay. A little closer, and then I think I can also turn up my mic too. I had it turned down because it's like, on my VODs, it sounds really tinny, but that could also be my $10 headphones. Okay. Thank you. Yes, if anything ever goes wrong with the stream, just let me know, because a little tinny... Is that better? Is that better tinny or less tinny? I have one of those weird ones where I can set it towards like computer or mic. It's really hard to figure out. It's also been like that for a while since I moved out of my old apartment and into this tiny little square room. It was really good quality when I was at my old apartment, and now it's like echo of the room. Yeah, okay. That's good to know. I think when I come off of stream, here, I'll dial it back a little bit. I think when I take another break, I will... Better titty, but still titty. Yeah. Thank you. I have a bunch of like sound canceling panels under my bed, so I think I'll put them up like between tonight and Saturday. We'll see how that works, because it's also, there's a bunch of guitars behind my mic. That's the other issue, I think. But hi, hello, wow, there is a lot of people in here right now. Kind of freaked out. But welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. That's so crazy. Yes, my dad collects guitars, and this is my brother's room before he moved out, so I'm living here, and this is where he just put all of his stuff. Worked, but adjusting the levels changed it? Okay. What do you mean by... Okay, so moving the mic closer was good for volume, but adjusting the levels, did it make it more tinny? Or less tinny? This is the start of every stream, though, is like, okay, what's wrong this time? Yes? Yeah, okay, you said yes. to less tinny? No, seriously though. So okay. Okay, so I'll keep it on the lower setting then if that's better. that puts it mostly on the mic and not on my computer for processing. Medium fry? You and mine? Yes, please, please. Oh, your usual, not your usual thing that you could help me with. Okay, medium. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Okay. I don't know why I'm writing that down. Okay. Alright, but hi. Oh gosh. I like just finished eating dinner right before starting stream, so yeah, yeah. No, I don't talk about it often, but I do actually have short-term memory loss. So I can't keep track of things. Like no, like genuine like total seriousness. So I have my little Howl's Moving Castle notebook with little calcifer on it that I keep notes on during stream. And I use my little my little bird pen that I got from H Mart, and it's very fun. But I can't remember, so the paper does it for me. Okay, but that's good to know. I'm glad that we have settled some mic issues. May my VODs be clean. Alright, without further ado though, we are gonna hop into Tavern Talk. We've gotten pretty far in the story, I have to say. Okay. Mine, I mean, are you really a streamer if your chat's not like bullying all of your all of your issues? Like genuinely, I think our common thread here is that I'm so pale, I reflect the sunlight and I'm a vampire. That's our current meme. Sometimes it's easy as new pro. Honestly, I kind of am thinking that I need to like get some sort of. I hear NVIDIA has like a good audio mixer, and I have a NVIDIA graphics thing, so I think it'll connect properly. I'll have to. Okay, it's going on the list. I'll have to check that out because I do want everything to be in order once I hit 50. I don't want to be fumbling around. Yes, yes. I really appreciate chaff roasts. I think they're funny. When they're in good humor, they're very enjoyable. Hope to use the. Oh. Do you like the Elgato? Because I've had this mic for like a really long time. So I'm like, maybe it's time to change. I heard a lot of people are enjoying it. Is that the one that changes colors too? No, I'm pretty sure this one. Oh god, how old is it? I think I got it the first year. I say I, but my older sister bought it, I think. The first year out of college. So that was 2019. So it's like 5 years old. Oh no, it doesn't change colors. As long as it's good quality. I think it's 5 years, yeah. Also, hi, this is hi, older sister. Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's get into the game. We're gonna get distracted again. She knows everything. The keeper of time. I really enjoy just chatting. Like, how was your day? Because it's Thursday now, and it's getting towards the end of the week. We just finalized our vacation plans for Disney World, and I'm very excited. Finally a vacation. Also, my hair, I don't know what it is, but the humidity recently, but my hair has exploded. It's usually like neat curly, but now it's like fluff today, and I cannot control it. So headband it is. Okay, I'll get into the game. Alright. Here we go. Quite a lot has happened. We are pretty far along, so if it's your first time, I'm really sorry. And I'm behind on posting VOD, so it might be a while. But we will hop on in. I do silly voices for the characters, okay? So just be prepared. We're not even like halfway through the game. Yes, the problem is I like exporting. I would export directly from Twitch, but I like cutting out um my 10-minute sort of intro and then my 10-minute break in the middle. I don't like having that like super long on YouTube because I personally, when I'm watching other people's VODs, can you hear my dogs? I when I'm watching other people's streams on YouTube, I don't like. I know I have so many of them, and they're all waiting to be walked right now. So they're all like yelling into each other's throats downstairs. um, but I just I don't like on YouTube like having other people directly upload and then I'm sitting there for like 10 whole minutes waiting for that to start. I'm like, oh, I have to figure out where it starts. So I just cut that out for other people because I feel like that's something that they wouldn't like either. I don't know. I get really OCD about a couple of things. I say aligning my keyboard into the middle of my desk. Anyway. All right. We're gonna start. We finished, we sent out 2 quests. They're up on our board right here. It looks like just one. Our boys are back. I'm so glad. Visoa's best detective duo has returned. Welcome back, Melly and Malachite. John. They switch their name like every time they come in. And it was, the most recent was Malachite. Aren't they cute? This is the kind of like honest like Twitch starting background that I want. Is this tavern alone? And I just felt behind give up. That's exactly what's happening to me too, because I used to also edit out every time I like I have sinus issues. Anytime that I wipe my nose or blow my nose, I also went through and like hours of footage and edited it out. And it was just taking way too much time. I don't care anymore. I do not care. Everybody touches their nose. I'm over it. I love him. He's so cute. He really he just makes me laugh, and I do like the supreme voice for him. Welcome back, Melly and Malachite. John? I'm calling him Aura now. Because he's giving you migraines. Oh no. No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. Well then, Millie Aura, it's good to have you 2 back in town. I assume you were able to solve the mystery surrounding the missing familiars? So that was one of the quests that we had sent out at the beginning of Tuesday's stream. There was a alleged sea witch was pulling witches and wizards familiars towards her, and they were like sitting on the docks and had gone missing from their homes. So we'll just see how that turned out. That was the rumor set up. Yes, with the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out. See, they switched his name to Aura now. That's remarkable, I have to say. Good thing you went with her, Aura. It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? That's the... Okay. So, I think Melly's parents were eaten by T-Rexes. Of course not, but we were nearly burned alive. That's not what I would have expected. You must always expect life to double-cross you. I love him so much. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece. But I'm curious, what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars? Do I need to worry about Andu disappearing too? We'll meet Andu in a little bit. He's so cute. How about we tell you what happened in Soford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks. I can see you've learned a thing or 2 on your first big mission. Aura taught me how to be more cunning. Oh, look at his little blush. Only the basics. No need to be so humble. You taught her well. She looks so cute. What kind of drink would you like today, Millie? I want something... something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. A drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now, so no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolvable for me. Coming right up. It's drink mixing time. This is Andu. We can pet him. He's a cute little... Look at his little shiny eyes. He eats our drinks if we mess them up. Okay, but Melly is looking for brains, and we do have a new drink. So at the beginning we had started out with Sparkling Nebula as our brain drink, but now it is Peaks Sunrise. And we have to match infusions for it now. I think we'll do the honey flower, because we can only pour so much liquid in the cup. Yes. So over here we have intelligence, which matches the star on the wall. And so we have to extend the line and pour enough. It looks like we have to do 3. Here we go. And then because we added the infusion, it already started us out at level 1 for charisma and I think this is dexterity. So then we find our dexterity, and these are also in the same order as well of the star. So this is the top of the star, the right, bottom, left, and left. So now we just have to add a little bit of dexterity to the top. And Andu lets us know if we did it right. So that's correct. And then we open our little portal, and it teleports out. I also have a theory that the drinks that people order, like the color scheme, always matches their character. And so the Peak Sunrise having like the yellow aesthetic matches Melly's as well. Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply. Thank you. Let me try. Oh, this is good. I can already feel it. I'm going to be completely unstoppable. Oh no. Oh yes. Initially I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. Oh, look at his little tear. It would be my pleasure if it means that I get to hear your story. Also, I am longing for another one of your little secrets. Right, we made a deal. Correct. Correct. So, what will it be today? Maybe something that'll help me counter her verbal attacks now that she's linguistically invincible. So the usual. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. He usually asks for charisma-based drinks because he's a cute little introverted man. And our new charisma-based drink also matches him because he's a... I think in D&D it would be like a wind genasi, but he's called like an air echo. So pick this one because he wants charisma. And then we have to pick an infusion that would help. I think... No. Maybe it would be the chilies? I think it should be the chilies. Oh, no, it's the... No, it's this. It's the feather. Oh, no, I haven't thought about what our innkeeper looks like. Oh, no. Okay, so I have played Coffee Talk 1 and 2, which is made, I believe, by the same developers. And that, too, the innkeeper was very clearly mysterious. And, like, definitely not human, which, I mean, none of the characters were, and that's same for here. But what we look like... Ooh. I think we're purple, at the very least. I feel like our theme is purple. Oh god, what will we look like? Oh, I'll have to think about that. Maybe I should draw it. Alright, this should make things easier for you, but that's a great question because now it's gonna be stuck in my brain. It's also going on the list. Yeah, Dark Elf or Drow. I almost like, I love changelings so much, and we did choose the they them option in for our pronouns in this. Um, but Dark Elf and Drow, I think, sounds really good too. Because we're friends with a lot of elves up front too. But changeling is nice. Oh, I can see it in his face. Is that bad? Huh? No, silly. He likes it. You can clearly see it in the way his scarf is moving. Ah, I see. My deductive skills aren't that bad after all. You think you could teach me a thing or two sometime? Of course. Then we'll be a trio. We already are a trio. Except I feel like they're like my teenage son and daughter. We also have very nice citrus honey tea because we'll be talking the whole time. It's been very helpful getting this new tea, being able to talk. Yes, yes, I love it. Honestly, this is the exact when I was playing like Baldur's Gate or anytime I play Dungeons and Dragons, I'm just like, what if we just like settle down and buy an inn and we don't go on adventures and we just run an inn? What if we just play Tavern Tycoon instead? I genuinely this has been like the one kind of game that I've always wanted to play. Um, except there's like no Legends of Lattes. No, it is on my back shelf. I believe it was supposed to be on my back shelf. It's somewhere behind me. But no, my little sister has it. She lent me the book, and then a whole bunch of stuff happened, so I haven't been able to do any like physical reading for a while. I heard it's good though. The detective, her trusty assistant, and the curious apprentice. I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. We're also allegedly like thousands of years old in this. It's been very clear that we know people and have known people for like at least 100 years plus, and that the tavern itself is quite old. Oh, good. Then yes, I will read it. I have my homework. I don't remember being asked if I want to be part of this, but I couldn't have completed the quest without you. Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty, and I'm glad you came with me. We had to convince him to go. Of course, couldn't let you walk headfirst into the open maw of a hungry T-Rex. We need to stop teasing her with the literal creature that killed her parents. Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Zoford? No. Don't be silly. For a moment, I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right. I guess I owe you one of those now. Here we go. His little narrowed eye. My hair isn't actually all black. I know. That's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. Anyways. But now, please, I'm dying to know what happened to Zoford. Yeah, that's his thing. I think his first secret that he shared was like, I'm not human. And it was like, yeah, no shit. Like, is anybody who comes to this tavern human? I think we only have one person. So, thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zoford in the blink of an eye. I don't think I've ever felt that fast in my life. It was like he had the zoomies. They helped us remain unseen, too. Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention. But those ghosts were the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the docks, so we made our way there. She was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we had left our tavern, we spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water. We watched it. I know. I hate that I chose that voice for him. It's just fitting. It just works. We watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship. It behaved weird, undog-like. It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started to sneak on board. I'd never seen a dog do that before. It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. It didn't use its nose, its ears. It was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed the dog and scared it away. But my investigative senses were tingling. So we started asking around, as detectives do when they want to collect some evidence. A few people said they had also seen some animals with odd behaviors. Yes! Isn't it cute? I love the little extra effects. Like, he has a kite attached to his. And it's sort of blowing in the wind. I love it. Most of them thought that they had some kind of illness like rabies, or that they were spirits disguised in animal form sent by a sea witch. So they stayed away and minded their own business. Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine witnesses. Apparently there's something like a weekly get-together for all the town's familiars. We decided to check it out, and we managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insight. It was a little tricky since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they were a bit wary of strangers. It also seems to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. Must have something to do with their magical abilities. But with our combined charm and charisma, Aura and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange. They said all those familiars that went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. So of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Oh god, okay. Other things is this little green letter back over here. We had an event happen at the beginning of the game that may or may not have caused the night sky to permanently change, but right before we got this letter from some creepy guy that we know, but we didn't let anybody else know that we know. And he gave us this thing that, like, the only thing that he said was, like, enjoy the fireworks before the great thing happened. We have secrets. We have so many secrets. I have them written down somewhere. Or I did. We're definitely, like, really old. We know a lot of people. The tavern's been around for long enough for the wood to kind of be in need of repair often. And we just have, like, magical abilities that we definitely... How do I put this? It's very clear that we are a very strong magical person, but we use our really strong magic to do basic things, like teleporting drinks around. Anyway. But the second I hear, oh, there was a magician, it's like, it's the evil guy from the beginning. It's the guy we know. But it also could not be. I feel like it's probably not, but I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for some plot. Anyway, preferably when he wasn't at home. I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently he's quite popular among the people of Zoford. Very mysterious. It just took Aura a little bit of well-executed bribery to find the mage's home. Did you take some notes? I did. Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, innkeeper. I'm excited to see how much you've learned. You'll be surprised. Flabbergasted. gobsmacked. Very well. Your drink really did wonders. We managed to break in without anyone noticing. It was so exciting, we snuck around looking for evidence, maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that. And did you find one? Sadly, no. But we found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars. We figured he just loves animals, or at least needed that knowledge for something else. As any world-class detective would, I also checked his trash can. And? Did you find anything? Well, nothing that helped solve the case. But I did find something that you'd like between all that shredded paper. It looked like a recipe for a magical drink. Yes! Just like the ones you serve. Yes, another drink. Ta-da! Is this the dexterity one? Oh, darn it. See, here's the thing. We started out with drinks. And you can see this one is the high intelligence one. Then we have a strength and a charisma and a dexterity and a defense, right? And then we got a new charisma and a new strength and a second new charisma and a defense, and then intelligence and another defense. And now this is another intelligence drink. I want a new dexterity one. Because we have so many customers who ask for dexterity-based drinks, and we keep on getting everything else. This is really cool, though. Alright, Silent Owl. With the Silent Owl, you make the night your own. Its accentuated taste and hand-selected spices allow you to become the silhouette lurking in the shadows. A quick sip of this drink will grant you the sight, strength, and subtlety of a natural predator. Ooh. Okay, so it's not no dexterity, but it's mostly intelligence and then like a little bit of strength. A medium amount of strength, I would say. Okay. And then... Okay, well, we sent them on... Yeah, what was it? Scandal in Zoford. The lively port city of Zoford is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. I don't know why I read that as strange. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found, but it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who curses Zoford's docks? That's what we sent them on. And that's all they had to go off of. So this is very interesting. That's very useful. That's what I thought. Anyways, Aura and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kind of had a connection to the reported cases of rabies. Oh. I thought it was a bit of a stretch, not that I could change her mind. That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk, in a small cupboard, were his diaries. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand. Something about transmutational magic. While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant until I found something of interest. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services. Oh. A thought began to manifest itself in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow my instincts told me that I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together. Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons. Exactly. But right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak as someone entered the house. We tried to hide, of course, but we hadn't been quick enough with our investigation. And definitely not subtle either. The whole place looked super chaotic. The wizard immediately knew something was off. And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous, so we had to be on guard. Aura had it under the table, but I had other plans. I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedged myself right on top under the ceiling. So I was hidden, but could still see the whole room. Good call. I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep. Oh no, not one of those again. Huh? It's nothing. Please continue. We had a quest last time where one of our patrons had to help get a bunch of two-headed sheep back into like an enclosure because of the disaster that had happened with the night sky. It sort of destroyed a bunch of farmland, and so sheep had escaped, but they're two-headed sheep, and sheep are already really like really stubborn, so two-headed sheep are even more so. And there's like something that you can use to get them to follow your command. But it's just funny hearing about two-headed sheep twice in one day. It's nothing. Please continue. It was so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on two legs, and the sheep's two head always looked in the same direction. As if they all didn't know how to be real animals, just like the dog from the docks. But now we had proof. The weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you three get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt." Oh, that's interesting. So he cares about them. I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife, ready to strike. Oh, his little angry face. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. But it does sound like he cared about those animals. That's what I thought, too. As soon as they had left the room, I saw him create a ball of flames in his hand. He was ready to strike, and I knew I had to do something. He would have done horrible things to Aura. So I meowed. Like a cat? Uh-huh. I pretended to be a cat. And somehow it worked, even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worried to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Oh, a little rascal. How did you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. So I just meowed a second time, as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And then he said very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer, so as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk." I kinda forgot that cats don't usually speak. Needless to say, his face was priceless. But then his hands started to light up again. I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every possible rule the Thieves' Guild taught me and just... Oh, his little cape is like so high up. Popped up from underneath the table. It was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, I had to, because he cares about her. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes. And before I could even think about it, I yelled, "We know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks. I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quest, the familiars, the weird dog. Usually I'm not very good with words, but, well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him. Hearing all of the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. It's just dogs in the back. They're my familiars. And I couldn't see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly, everything made so much sense. I jumped down from the shelf and began my conclusion. It is clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, that does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearance of some familiars. She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally confused. You're fond of animals, and as such, also familiars, and while I don't know anything about magic, I have heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't, honestly? It's a broadly used term. That right there was a blatant lie. So I, the world's greatest detective, have concluded you are turning familiars into animals, or at least you're making them look like animals. You also were accompanied by some of those turned familiars, and you cared for their safety. That means they are here of their own free will. So by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and the other familiars can't reach them anymore. And they're worried that something bad happened to them, and that's why we're here. Case closed. That's pretty impressive. But what about the Sea Witch? And you figured that out all by yourself? Yep. The magician was also really impressed. I totally hit the nail on the head. I explained again that we were just there to investigate. But that it was also necessary for the familiars and their friends and families to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as well as their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars were unhappy with their dragon-like bodies and much preferred feeling like real animals. Oh. But they were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of their remaining acquaintances knew what had happened. Of course, they expected the worst. Why else would your friends just leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah. We have a familiar that's shaped like a dragon. Does he not want to be a dragon? Oh god. But obviously none of them wanted to continue on like that, so he helped set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did. All the magicians were very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually. So, all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest. Absolutely. I'm glad you got to uncover the truth. Hee, me too. The magician even decided to give us something in return for helping him. Neither of us have any use for it, so we wanted you to have it. Another trinket for our wall. Don't say that, it makes it sound like it's a bad gift, and it's not. What is it, then? It's a ring of beasts storing, with a lost familiar inside of it. Oh. We found it a long while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu. Melina can't take care of it, and I have my sheepfish, Rufus. But you have Andu, and you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. You might enjoy some company. Another pet! Well, thank you two very much. Look at him! Oh, he's so cute! Oh, he's just back there. Oh, big stretch. I love him. I need to get back to Rufus now. He gets lonely without me sometimes. He has a pet fish, and it's so cute. Look at him. Oh god, what did it say its name was? Was it Manu or something? Or is it that... No, Rufus is his fish's name. Or is it that you get... Well, actually, hold on. Why am I even... We can just look. Renew. Renew with an R. Renew. As in renewal. Or is it that you get lonely without him? He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry, I'm sure Fable did a good job. Though it's nice to see how much you care for your pet. He's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago. Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies? No. Oh, Jesus! They were burned alive. Oh, oh no! I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was late afternoon and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain. But it's just dogs in the background now. Yeah. So I think he did this the last time too, when we asked for a secret and he was like, I'm really not human. And then he just like drops a little bit of traumatic backstory or like admits something like that he finds Fable adorable. In this case, it's, oh, my hair's not all black. Anyway, my parents burned alive, but they never returned. I wanted to look for them. But when I got to the village, every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. Oh, look at his little face. I heard yelling, oh, and Melly. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help, and my parents were nowhere to be found. Few of the survivors confirmed they had seen them earlier that day, before the fire. Okay, so his parents set everybody on fire. I later found out the perpetrator was the pretentious son of a noble family. He had a disagreement with a farmer over some payments and instead of paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. But the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path. Oh god. Including innocent lives. Just like it did to get today. That's awful. I'm sorry, Ara. Yeah, dude. That sucks. That's alright, I bottled up my emotions and combined them into desire. For a family? For revenge. Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. And you haven't found any friends since then? No. The people in the Thieves Guild helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. Plus, everybody he knew got eaten by zombies. So I just chose the lonely path that was meant for me. That's not very nice of them. But now you have me. And we're best of friends now. And accomplices. Ooh, character information. And we can found our own guild. Like a detectives guild. No. Give us a few, and we got more aura information. Give us a few more quests and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Vasoa. I'm sure of that. Ooh. He's back. Hex. And a good mythical morning to you, innkeeper. I swear. I swear. Ooh. Okay, there we go. I don't. It blocked out your chat because I have all of my stuff pretty high. And is Good Mythical Morning like not copyrighted? This is the third time he's said it, but let's read the character information that we just got. Look at his little drawing. He's so cute. Okay, so he's Eriko. Okay, Aura is a difficult character to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding. Like one too. He likes all the things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. But even a grumpy, lonesome person like him can't resist a certain stray cat's charm. Even though the rules of the Shadowbane's Thieves Guild and murderous oaths were all he knew for a long time, maybe they'll consider an alternate career in the future. A detective's assistant, for example. And then Melly, whose character art is also super cute. Melina might be young, but she's already an aspiring detective, and probably smarter than quite a few of my customers. She's a sweet and curious kid, despite her parents meeting an early tragic end. It's exceptionally hard not to like her, and it seems not even edgy rogues can resist her charm. As is fitting for a young detective, she's always eager to learn and experience new things. Though her youth leads her to attach to the people around her rather quickly, on a different note, her favorite drink is hot chocolate. Looks like I have to add another recipe to my list very soon. I absolutely adore them. So this is Hex who just came in, his little sketch. Because the thing is that we, as the innkeeper, that's our other part of our lore, is that we're very good at drawing. We write all of our quests and then we draw little art for it too. Something just froze. Oh no. Uh-oh. And it did it again. Okay, are we alive? Is everybody okay? Tavern Talk has been crashing. Okay, we're gonna switch off to just chatting for a bit. Don't worry, it auto saves. We don't have to restart. Hopefully. Yeah, yikes. Okay. So how are we doing so far? It might be a good opportunity to take a little snack break or something while I get this reloaded real quick. Can you hear my dog? Oh my gosh. They make me so happy. And I can just picture them downstairs, like what they're doing. They're very they can look very intense when they are playing, but they're mostly just noisy. Good. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're back. Get used to snack breaks. Right? Dog meat. Dog meat could happen after our break in like 30 minutes. After we finish this chapter. It would certainly help them calm down. Alright, we'll switch back over. Because now everything's normal again. Thank God, because last time this happened, OBS crashed at the exact same time, and I had to restart stream. So if you go to watch, like, Tuesday's VOD, it's because, it's, like, in two separate pieces. Man, it really shouldn't be crashing. Maybe I should do a bug report today. And a good mythical morning to you, innkeeper. This time it's actually still morning. But that doesn't mean it isn't also morning somewhere else in the world as well. Of course not. That's a really cute hat what you're wearing. Thanks. Can I try it on sometime? Only if you tell me your name. A fellow master of bribery, I see. But there's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery. So you're a detective? Yes. The best detective in all of Besoa, I might add. I'm Melina, by the way, but you can call me Melly. Happy to make your acquaintance, Melly. I am Hexagon Hex, but you can call me Hex. Like, by your last name? No, Hex, as in short for hexagon, obviously. Ah. What a fucking dork. And who's that grim-looking fellow next to you? Oh, him? They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant. Creative names all around. Hex Hex. He's actually just Moon Moon. Moon Moon the werewolf. Hex Hex the wizard. Not by choice. His name is Aura. Today his name is Aura. Yesterday it was John. I'm sure it is, yes. Nice to meet you, Aura. But I think you've gotten enough information out of me. Can I try on your hat now? That's a tricky one. You see this little star pendant at the tip of my hat? Uh-huh. It classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. A silver one, I might add, one of Leviathan's most trusted confidants. Was he Leviathan's chosen? We've met, Cassiopeia, who's like the goddess of the sky, the night sky. She's also a dragon. Apparently her brother, or it's either her brother or her lover, is Leviathan, who is the god of the primordial sea. So we have the astral sea and the primordial sea. He does look like a John. He does. Ooh. And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information that, leaked to the masses, would break the order of this world. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. But every silver star, he's totally either lying or he is just that good of a wizard, and I feel like he is just that good of a wizard. But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge would drive any mortal without proper training insane. No. So I can't let you try on my hat without endangering your life. And I couldn't forget myself if I were the reason Fasoa's best detective went mad. That is very honorable of you. But I, the great detective Melina, have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar. Ha! You're a great detective indeed. Okay, so he is actually just a big lying dork. I honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex. Yes, I was convinced. Thank you. Wait, did you actually believe him? I must admit, I considered it for a moment. No way. But I decided for myself that his words were fairly implausible. I just happen to know a thing or two about the primordial sea. Innkeeper lore. We know things. I've read a few books, heard some rumors, you know how it is. And I really doubt Leviathan would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Nothing against you, Hex. Think the dragons. For a second, I really lost my faith in you there, Innkeeper. Oh god, I gotta say, you're really convincing. I sure am. Looks like even a great detective like me never stops learning. Honestly, you could have just told me no, though. I would have revealed my name, even without a promising magic hat on the line. But it's more fun this way. I think honesty is also a very important skill to master. Whatever you say, detective. But Hex, what brings you here today? Oh, we gotta make another drink. Nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas. Leave it to me. Ooh. We got a new intelligence drink, did we not? We did. The Silent Owl. The other option for intelligence is Peak Sunrise as well. Huh. But I feel like he wants... He said flood his head with new ideas specifically. I am low-key overthinking it. It does not actually matter. I think I might resort back to the Sparkling Nebula. But if we do the new Silent Owl, well, we'll see. We can do an infusion that should give him inspiration as well. Yeah, this'll do. We do double intelligence. It'll give him inspiration, which is what that little fist symbol in the middle right here is. That's inspiration. I think we can pour a little bit of this. We pour a little bit of this. And thus, I'm gonna pet Andu again because he's so cute. Absolutely. You know it would be a good one, too. I feel like it would be a mixology book. I desperately want it. I feel like a coffee talk one would be good, too. They do. They do. The only other video game cookbook that I have is for Final Fantasy XIV, and that one was really good. Love good lamb stuffed cabbage. But the Stardew Valley one that just came out, I really want as well. Video game cookbooks are just like, they're just good. They're my favorite thing. I have seen, I think, another streamer, God, I'm not good with names at all. But they did a stream recently where they were doing a cooking stream. Do I play 14? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I just finished Shadowbringers. I'm in the last 20 quests before the start of Endwalker. But yes. Are you on the Crystal Data server? I am, yes, good. I'm so glad. I did not know how many people played 14 until, like, I started streaming, and then I was like, oh, there's a lot of us. I did not use Twitch for anything other than watching Critical Role until, like, March of this year. But I'm so glad. I made White Mage, which is the healer class, for those of you who do not play 14. I pretty much only play White Mage. Anyway. Oh, it does kind of match him a little bit. Like a little sneaky little mask. Endwalker, but starting an ult for Tuesday streams, I think. Oh, we're about to finish. Did they shorten the post AR 100 quests, or? Oh, you're finishing ARR. Not that you're starting Heavensward yet. Okay. I'm thinking about doing it as well, where I get an alt to start. Oh, Dragoon. I love Dragoon. Astidian. My husband. My love. Ooh, I bumped my mic. Sorry. What do you take for the stream? I'm thinking about starting an alt so that I can stream it from the beginning as well. But I love my character so much. And I really enjoy the like free company I'm a part of too. Yes, I love Astidian. Okay. We'll talk later. There you go. This should do the trick. Let's see. Oh, I can already feel it. All the ideas, they're manifesting in my brain. Honestly, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Because he's pretty mischievous. His sister is very, like, prim and proper. In all caps. Yes. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, maybe you can show me a magic trick? Just to test your abilities, I mean. Well, yes, of course I can. I'm glad you asked. You know, I'm a master of fire. No, don't do it. His parents burned alive. Oh no. Is he the criminal who set fire? Oh, then can you also do fireballs? I wouldn't call the fireball a mere magic trick, more like a fully fledged spell. But I can create 10 tiny flames on top of my fingertips. Like cute little candles. I want to see that. I would maybe advise you two to play with fire outside. Yeah, please don't burn down my tavern. A lot of my ingredients are very flammable. You'll miss a real big show then. I think I'll somehow manage to survive. Your loss. Also, we're a very powerful magical person, okay? Okay, hacks. We can also create flames at the tips of our fingers. We control portals. Or are you coming as well? I'm good. Alright, Lone Wolf. You're missing out, though. Certainly. See you later. Have fun. Please don't burn down my inn. Please don't burn down my inn. Chill, XX. Yes, she took the quest. Which one did she grab? And keep? Lynn. Love of my life. Wind beneath my wings. Hot wolf. Lynn. This quest for taken? It sure is. Why else would it be hanging up on the quest board? Who asked you, thief? They fucking hate each other. I love it so much. Are you going all by yourself? Of course, I don't do groups. But it could be quite dangerous. Diria seems to be a hotspot for danger at the moment. Do you want to come with me or what? If so, spit it out, kid. No. Fine. There's nothing this great sword can't cleave through by itself. Won't need much help. Cool. I always like that, Innkeep. Depends on who's in the room. Oh, his little blush. He's so cute. Literally. Who's this? This is Carolyn. I mean, that face says it. That face says it. Anyway. Let's read her info. Oh, Aura's thing of the... Okay. Why does it still say that we haven't clicked on it? Oh, because we reloaded. Okay, Lynn. She's a Vukakin, just like, Melly. Funny how he only likes Melly, but not Carolyn. She's 36. She's a beast slayer. She's from Ereve, chaotic good, and her arcana is the Chariot. Lynn is a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably, for her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Wouldn't like being mistaken for one either. There was an incident in the early part of the game involving werewolves that she was involved in as well. They're just staring at each other. Ah, I see how it is. You do? Yes, of course I do. You're like a dragon. You barely know me, so it's obvious that you're reserved as to not expose any weak spots. But sometimes you gotta find the fine line between being reserved and being a tad too edgy. That. Can you stop psychoanalyzing me? Yes. No. Great, not like you're right with any of your assumptions. You could always enlighten us. I'll pass, but I wouldn't mind another drink. Same as always? Yes. Something, you know, something for my aura. Gotcha. It's on the house this time. 'Cause Lord, do you need it. Alright, Charisma. Which one is it again? 1,000 wins. Alright. I guess we'll give him inspiration too, with a little honey flower. Absolutely douse it in charisma juice. Unknown, unspecified charisma juice. And then defense. May he choose his words carefully. Pachow. Ah, and it suits him. Thanks. That's good enough. Splendid. He didn't have to add the enough. He could have just said it was good. But he's just... Alright, moving on. What about you, Lynn? I'd like to know more about the chasmscape that's the path to Diria. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Me neither, actually. Oh, which quest did they pick up? Let's look. These are our rumors. Was it... Oh, Fatal Company. Political tension ensued when the canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland collapsed, especially because Spinel rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. They broke the bridge. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is still in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since the roads are unsafe for travelers lately. If those travelers are cattle, anyway. There's, like, reports of I believe, cattle who have been killed, and then a crash of rhinos collapsed the bridge, and then this character, Archie, one of his childhood friends is a noble, and is the noble that is tasked with, like, negotiating who has to pay for the bridge, because the bridge connects two separate nations, and neither of them wants responsibility for it, because it was caused by a bunch of rhinos. Really? Do you think I never should leave this tavern? Yes. Do you have any special insights that might be useful? Not so much about the situation in Diria itself, but bits and bobs I picked up over the last days. Enlighten me. As you might have read, travel to Diria has become a bit of a hazard. Collapsing bridges, disappearing animals, nervous diplomats. Sounds like a haven for bandits. Among other things. Either way, I'll get that blue blood to Diria. Of course. How about a drink to aid with the undertaking? I thought you never asked. Any wishes? I mean, this could go either way. Depends on what's truly going down in Diria. Timing might be important, being swift and smart about it. Evasion, that's what you call it. I might have a good infusion for that. The feather of a golden loon. A what? Oh, a rare waterfowl. Legend has it the wind still resides in its feathers, which is why they lend you its speed. Ah, intriguing. Suppose it'd be great for evasion if you added something for the brains to it. Though I'll be dealing with the diplomat, so a little additional charisma to get me on his good side wouldn't hurt either. Definitely doable. Alternatively, to be prepped for every possible situation, something to up to my defenses wouldn't be too bad. How do you feel about traveling under the blessing of a dragon? I'm all ears. She loves dragons. With a little citrine, your weapon strikes will be blessed. Great against any bandits or bridges. That sounds like something Baba would have chosen. Not that she would have needed it. Ooh, more character info. If the situation really is that dangerous, something that gives me more protection would fit. If it comes with enough strength to strike back, that is. But being able to evade the threat, by being smart and fast, might be a bit better. You know what, Innkeep? I'll leave the choice to you. You should know what you're doing. Let me think about it. Shit. Okay, now we have to think about it. Oh, no worries. Lurk all you want. I love lurkers. Absolutely want my stream to be the kind that you can just have on in the background. Okay, so either brains and a bit of charisma, or defense and strength with, I mean, mainly, let's think about this. The purpose of the noble going to Diria is to help with negotiations as to who's going to pay. I believe the political situation there isn't exactly good, so like charisma's pretty okay. But cattle are disappearing and there's a bunch of rhino on the loose. And Carolyn likes dragons, and having a dragon blessing would be kind of nice for her. Any thoughts? Also, if you want to lurk, that's fine. I will make the decision, but if anybody wants to give input, they can. Ooh, I'll read Carolyn's new info in the meantime. Okay, she inherited that huge sword from her grandma, whom Lynn lovingly calls Baba. Grandma must have been a true hero, devoted to both her strength and the dragons. Naturally, Lynn has a very high expectations of herself. Luckily, she allows herself some breaks every now and then. Extreme. This one would be really good. The steel tonic that we just got. This would be pretty good too. Would be either Peak Sunrise or Steel Tonic. I think it is important that they go fast, and that she gets there quickly. I'm gonna go Peak Sunrise, because we've given her a lot of strength things before. And we did give her charisma once when it was needed, so... Ugh, I hate these because they affect the story. And then we would give her some citrine, right? No, we would give her haste with the loon feather. Oh. Okay, and then a little bit more haste on top. Oof. I'm nervous. Right. Intelligence and charisma. Okay. But she really likes dragons. She does need a good bodyguard. Oh no. Okay, fuck it. Okay, we're feeding Andu. We're doing the other one. What is it? Steel tonic? We'll do citrine instead. I don't know, there's just something about this one that, like, fits her character really well. And so I feel like she should have it. Okay. May the dragons guide your way. May they. Where are you heading? That's right. Irish accent. I love Rhea. Dearia, some diplomat clown is in need of aid. Needs some escorting of sorts. Aye, innkeep. Is this the escort quest you've been offering? Yep. Boggin crap. I've been meaning to take that one to earn a little bit of coin on the side. Well, I've already committed to it. What if I tell you that I want the quest? Well, you ain't getting it. Simple. Well, you could just send both of you. Could you stop me? You want me to try? I'd love you to. Come on now. Just go together. Who asked you? Exactly. Your conversation is giving me a headache. The solution is as easy as it is efficient. Go together. One takes on the big bads, the other the small ones. Either way, you're better prepared for a fight. And your defense will be better. Listen, I'm looking to buy some materials for an important project. Materials costs exploded ever since the stars fell. I wouldn't mind a side gig. The accent is falling apart. You look sturdy, like you could take a few blows, so... Sure. Let's do it. Let's meet tonight at the crossroad to Themis. We'll leave from there. Great. I'll head to my room to start packing. And to take a nap. Those are effective after all, huh? Oh, shush. That's right, we convinced her to take a nap once, and we'll never let her live it down. You're a brooding fella, aren't you? This is just who I am. I've met folks like you before. You're all the same. Often you've got the truest hearts of gold. Can we skip the sincerity? My headache is bad enough. Oi, innkeep. Rhea. Kyle seems to... Kyle keeps talking about fireworks. He's still oblivious about what actually happened. I'll drop the accent for now. I can't do it today. Sorry, kids. Luck's with the fools, they say. For many, it'd be easier if it had just been fireworks. He keeps blabbering about that letter. Are we finally going to open it? Oh? Have you opened it yet? No. Dreading what might be inside. Didn't have the time yet. Suddenly, your lines don't sound so empty anymore. Don't think too hard about it. Hello, little me. Think about what? Nothing. Of course not. I didn't mean to pry or anything, even though I'm very curious by nature. Good for you. I would agree that and wanderlust is the reason why I decided to come here. To the tavern, to Zenith, to adventure. Woohoo. Thank you. I've come to inquire whether someone has already embarked on the quest to escort my dear friend Adiria. Very much so. She's sitting right here. Where? Oh, how rude of me. Of course. Hello, brave adventurer. Ray is enough. Hello, brave Rhea. You are the one who's going to escort my dear friend? Along with Lynn. That one. Oh, Carolyn. Phenomenal. I'm beyond thrilled to learn that my dear friend is going to be in such capable hands. Though, I've been wondering. Come on, spit it out. Could I perhaps join? It's totally alright if not, but this diplomat is very dear to me and it feels like my duty to aid him. Oh good, we'll be fine. I'm glad that I gave them strength though, because, this guy is kind of an absolute idiot. Can he even fight? Alright, we'll try. Well, I can talk very well, in fact. I can fight with my words. Ooh, character information. Alright, Archie is the noble son of an influential family from Windmore. He's quite out of touch with reality, growing up around books instead of everyday people. He wants to experience the adventurous life he always read about, especially after hearing tales of Fable the folk hero. Turns out Archie is not only an avid reader, but also an aspiring author. To fulfill his dream and acquire more inspiration for his works, he's determined to go on a real quest. Good thing his childhood friend is in dire need of brave adventurers to help him out. Okay, nobody else has anything new. The wolf would hate it. So sure thing, come along, lad. I'll show you some tricks. We leave at midnight. Really? How exciting. Come on, let's go. Oh, how the turntables. Me going on a very dangerous and important quest instead of merely reading about it. Seems like you're on the right path for your hero's journey. Indeed, all the stories I'll have... oh god. Ugh, okay, all the stories I'll have to tell when I return, innkeeper. I can't wait. Farewell, see you soon, goodbye. See you soon. He came in, did not order a drink, and then left. I hope their quest goes well and they don't run into anything unexpected. What's on your mind? Are there any open quests left? There is one, but it involves social conflict resolution. Sure, whatever. Oh my gosh, he has a tramp stamp tattoo. He has a lower back tattoo. Oh my goodness. I'm taking this. Isn't it a bit too soon to go on another quest? You just got back. At least have a long rest, replenish some resources. Ha, a long rest. I'm good. If you say so. I already paid you with a story today, so get me one of those quest drinks. Something with a little more violence. I don't think I'll be doing that. Hiya, innkeeper. I want these two to kiss. I need them to. Hiya, Fable. Hiya, Mal. Hi. Yeah. Never mind. Would you like a drink? Actually, I'm here for a quest. Archie told me there was a... Are they gonna go on the quest together? Ooh! They're going on a date. Archie told me there was still one left, and I wanted to ask if I could take it. Good question, Fable. I see it's on me to answer it. Aura is thinking about taking the quest. Who's Aura? John. Malachite. That guy. Oh, nice name. Thank you. He's blushing. Oh my god. But if you're already taking it, I guess I'm too late. I hope you have fun. First come, first serves. Aura got this. I think you should take them. Why don't you two go together? Together? Is that allowed? Of course. Teamwork is the adventuring world's bread and butter. Most heroic deeds are not done alone. Life would be very lonely that way. It would be, yes, so you should go on this quest together. Combine your individual strengths to solve any problems better than you ever could alone. And you would get to know each other better in the process. It's a win-win. Aura, what do you think? Would you be okay with that? I guess. Would you? I think so. It sounds fun. Cool. It's settled then. You'll go together. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. If I can ask, what exactly is the quest about? Archie only mentioned there was one. It's simple. Baya is worried because the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon and the Mary Morgan of the Ashen Grove aren't speaking to each other. They're dating each other, and then they had a fight. She fears the end of their relationship would also mean the end of their friendship with them. Baya is friends with the Mary Morgan? Best friends. Ah, so we need to talk to the Mary Morgan? There was an incident with the Mary Morgan and Fable at one point. And so Fable's terrified. And the Banshee. What an opportunity. I always wanted to come face to face with the embodiment of sorrow. Don't you think that's scary? No. You know what's scary? Failing relationships. Social fights are the most dangerous kind. I find them less scary than wrathful spirits. Seems like together your fears will cancel each other out. I don't know enough about math to dispute that. Listen, they're perfect for each other, and he's bad at math. I think they should kiss. In conclusion, boyfriends. Speaking of math-ish, how do you want to approach this? This is not an easy task, so we must be smart about it. Do you still have any of those Fey crystals? The one that make you fade into the shadows entirely? Sure do. Good. I suggest you mix those with a hefty serving of intelligence. Then we can turn invisible and come up with a clever ruse to make them fall for each other again, without them ever knowing it was us. Do you just want to avoid social interaction? Maybe. Or maybe I just remember how well being invisible served me last time. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like they should talk about their feelings. What if their feelings are that they never want to talk to each other ever again? Then they should talk about that too. Not the point of the quest. I think it is. We should face the problem head-on instead of trying to find a way to avoid it. I think I could do with another round of charisma for this one. And maybe, Innkeeper, Clay mentioned you have Thunder Sage? That would help us inspire other people, right? Correct. I'll admit, it works a little differently for everyone, but I have no doubt you'll figure it out. Speaking of Clay, he wanted me to tell you that he and Tia will make it back in time for the barbecue. Really? That's amazing. Aura, you should come too. We're having a barbecue at the werewolf settlement on the 31st. It'll be great fun, I think. That's right, there's a werewolf settlement, and they're throwing a barbecue. Ugh, such good summer vibes. They really timed this game well with its release. I don't think so. Oh, alright. I feel like maybe the barbecue is going to be the end of the game, or maybe like the ending climax finishing point of the game. I have to get back to Rufus at some point. He'll need his wool cut. Speaking of Rufus, if you're here, Fable, where's the sheepfish? Melina picked him up. She said she'd bring him home so he has to spend less time alone. Great. Is that wrong? I told her exactly what kind of food to give him in case he gets hungry while they wait for you. No, it's fine. He likes her. They're a good match. Anyway, we should hurry, so you don't miss your barbecue. You're right. Innkeeper, can you help us pick the right approach? Either invisible and intelligence, or charismatic and inspiring. I trust your expertise. I think charisma is a good shot for these. Let me think about it. Alright. Charisma. Is it 1,000 wins? Yeah? Okay, 1,000 wins it is. And then we want the inspiration buff. It's just Thunder Sage specifically, right? Yeah. But this does it too, and I feel like that's better. Oh, okay, that's more than we needed. Alright, 1,000 wins. I think a direct approach is the better choice. After all, honest communication is important, right? Would you say so? Very much so. And you? I think honesty is the best approach to any situation, including this one. Agreed. I think the only question left is, where should we start? The Ashen Grove is closer. And you already know where to find the Mary Morgan. You do? Yes. I encountered her before. So she'll remember you. Useful. I hope not. Last time she tried to drown me. Oh, I see. It was pretty embarrassing. I know the way to the Banshee, too. It might be smarter to start with the one further away, work backwards and all. That makes sense. Let's do that. Good. But we should prepare first. The journey to Boreas won't be easy. You're right. We should leave tomorrow morning. We should. Wonderful. Glad to know that you actually rest between quests, Aura. If I must. You went on a quest with Melly, right? How was it? Fine. Reminded me of my parents. Oh god. Are they well? They're dead. Burned to death. I'm sorry. That's horrible. That's life. It shouldn't be. How old were you when you lost them? 7. Oh. Oh, wow. That must have been really scary. It was. Fine. Oh, he's crying! No! It doesn't sound fine. When I was 7, I ran into a vine-spiked boar while searching for friendly rocks. It chased me through the rough forest for almost an entire hour. First I thought I was going to die, then I was sure I was never going to step foot outside again. But when they found me crying, my family hugged me so tightly they dried up all my tears. And when I sat in my room frozen in fear, we danced and played board games until I forgot I was even scared. I can't imagine not having that. I can. It was. Please don't say fine. Scary. Really scary. Oh, God. I'm gonna cry. I waited at home by myself for 2 whole days. I thought the shadows were going to eat me at some point. And when I finally was brave enough to leave, it was too late. You know it wasn't your fault, right? I know I never wanted to feel that scared again. But it's fine. Because I fixed it. Fixed it? How? By taking revenge on that asshole who caused their death. A popular approach these days. Did that make you feel any better? Yeah, sure. It was just a natural part of my journey, following the path of darkness. It's my destiny. Misery is nobody's destiny. They're right. You shouldn't confine yourself to sadness just because it's what you're used to. Besides, the innkeeper always says you can choose your own destiny. And I decided our destiny is to bring these two lovebirds back together, at least for now. I think I need to go prepare for our treacherous journey ahead. You should let Melina know you're leaving. She'll be worried senseless otherwise. Let her know you'll be back. I might not be. Don't be like your parents. Ooh. Whatever, time to go. So fucked up. Do you think I should go after them? I think sometimes we need a bit of time to feel ourselves by ourselves before we feel comfortable enough feeling them in front of other people. Yeah, that's a no, right? Give him a moment. You'll have plenty of time to be there for him when you're trying to play matchmaker for the undead. Right. We have to do that. Which is fine. I'll be fine. The Mary Morgan probably doesn't even remember me. And if she does, I can just run, or hide, or cry. No matter what, you won't be alone. I can't tell Aura how afraid I am. It'll be so embarrassing. If you want to be there for him, you should also let him know when you're scared. It's only fair. I don't want to burden them with my problems. Being a burden every once in a while is part of the wonderful experience of being loved. Your friends appreciate it when you trust them enough to let them help you. Because when you care for people, you're willing to put in a little work to make them smile. But you already know all this, don't you? I do, but it's just so much harder to keep in mind when it comes to myself. Boy. I love it when the game becomes therapy. I know, you've been doing very well, Fable. Thank you, Innkeeper. It's always thanks to you. Or it's all thanks to you. That isn't true. I've been trying to help you the best I can, but you're the one who actually has to change. And I'm proud of how far you've come. Let's call it teamwork, then. Anytime. Can I stay for a little longer? I think I need a bit more time before I can face my fears. Always, Fable. Thank you. So cute! Oh, Lynn's here. Morning. Not morning. Did I sleep that long? No, it's still the same day. No, literally. Oh, let me actually double check what. I actually think Fable's a. Oh, Fable is a non-binary. But yes, I love that. They're very cute. But also Lynn. Lynn is so. Just. There's some characters in games that I just love looking at, and I feel like Lynn is one of them. Especially. I wonder if her headband is actually supposed to look like a Russian, one of the Russian headbands. Yes, yes. I also want barn art. I haven't drawn in a really, really, really long time. Except for, like, my starting and ending stream stuff. Yeah, right? Because she also calls her grandma Baba. And I feel like that's more of a Eastern European thing to do. Ah, that makes more sense. Not morning, Elfie. Not morning. How did you sleep? Soundly. Feels like I haven't slept so well in ages. Archie said you're going on a quest. Yeah, Rhea and I'll be escorting some rich asshole Deria. Be a little nicer, please. He's Archie's friend. I'm just gonna add whatever swear words I feel. Art stream when? Honestly, I have been thinking about it. That is hard to think, though. Because I do need emojis if I'm gonna be affiliate soon. It would be fun to draw them on stream. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, we'll be escorting some rich idiot to Deria. He's Archie's friend? I see. That's why he was so excited. Because his friend's leaving? Must really be craving some peace and quiet. Oh, no. He's excited because they get to travel together. What? He said he's coming along. Says when? Rhea invited him. Great. Is it too late to back out? Yes, don't be a coward. Fine. But I'll need another drink. Yeah, you will. That would be rather difficult. I already gave you a drink tailored to your quest, and my boosts shouldn't be mixed so irresponsibly right after an adventure. Or right before an adventure. So I'm just supposed to deal with this headache by myself? Yes. Very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you think something exciting will happen on your quest? We'll see. I've got a good feeling about it. You reckon I'm gonna meet another guardian? Maybe. That would be fun, right? What kind would you like to meet this time? Not sure. I feel like I already met the one I was looking for. What could be greater than chicken a wyvern chimera? You're right. I think that means it's time to befriend the realm keepers now. Wouldn't that be something? Which one would you like to meet the most? Gaia. Can't think of a greater honor than that. You? Gaia as well, but I feel like I should pick someone else. For balance. Cassiopeia, maybe. I'd love to ask her how she's doing right now. Maybe give her a hug. You'd be the type to give a dragon a hug. What does that mean? That you're very lovely, I think. Something like that. So, fellow dragon enjoyer, who would you pick? No repeats. Oh. Or the first dragon and the origin of everything. I think Leviathan, the serpent of the primordial sea. Why? You like snakes? I do. I also enjoy elemental magic and swimming. And chaos. What was that last one? Swimming? Right. But I suspect your quest will have its merits even if you don't meet any of the realm keepers. Okay, so let's see. We have Leviathan. We have Chaos. And we have, what was it? The Primordial Sea? Those three things kind of keep coming up with us as the Tavern Keeper. But I suspect your quest will have its merits even if you don't meet any of the Realm Keepers. That's true. I bet you and Rhea will have a lot to talk about. Oh, I skipped that, sorry. You can teach Archie more about adventuring. I'm not so sure about that. You're a great teacher. I've learned so much from you already just by being your friend. Like how to say what I really mean. I'm still working on it, obviously, but I feel so much better when I'm being honest about what I want. You've been getting a lot better at it. Thank you. Oh, her little ears when they're turned down. And Millie loves practicing with you too. She says she wants to ask Rhea to build her a great sword of her own. So a regular-sized dagger? Teaching someone to hold a sword is one thing. Guts and bravery are something else. Not sure I can teach Archie something I'm still practicing myself. You can always practice together. Yeah, speaking of practice, you're going on a quest too, Elfie. I am. Aura and I are going to fix the Banshee and the Mary Morgan's relationship. Is that the sneak? Is that sneaky Twister's new name? It is. And she's scared of the Mary Morgan? Only a little. Okay, maybe a lottle. Lottle. What a good word. Do you think she's going to drown me? Or do you think the Banshee will? Maybe they'll reunite through the teamwork of drowning me? Probably not. I think you'll probably find some wacky as heck solution that no person in the history of Dragonkind would have ever thought of. Like being kind or whatever. I'd like that. And if all else fails, you've got an insane air echo by your side to pull you out of the water if he can swim. He's sane. Is he? Well, mostly I think he's sad. And sadness can make people feel a lot of intense things. Like fear or anger or nothing at all. Anything that isn't sadness. Oh fuck. That's real. It's easy to lose yourself in that, but there's always a way out if you're looking. Mm-hmm. You taking that sheepfish thing along? Maybe. I think he might let him stay with Melina so she isn't so alone. Or so he isn't at risk of losing him. Probably both. What is this in the background? I don't remember this being here. You have Jade's necklace, and then I think one of the other characters' little bare hands. Weird. Okay, not a bad idea. Would hate for her to be all alone while you two go. Oh god, I cannot read. Not a bad idea. Would hate for her to be all alone while you two go chasing ghosts. Maybe we can send Grace over to check up on her. Or Hex. No. Guess if you're going with whatever the his name is, you'll finally be able to ask him about his cheesecake recipe. Cheesecake recipe? Melina mentioned that he has a good one. I thought maybe he would show me how to make it. That seems like a great idea. Ask him. You could use my kitchen if you want to. Really? That would be amazing. I'll ask him, maybe. Andrew will be waiting for you. We'll be waiting for you. Yes. Feed him the mistake ones. On a completely different note, Lynn, what happened to those undid snails you wanted to check in on? Well, they're slow, ain't they? Still got a little time to stick around. So you like it here? Is this a reference to the snail that lives forever and if it touches you, you die? Is that why do I feel like that's the reference here? It's not too bad here. Thought I'd even bring my cousin a souvenir. Hands off my trinkets. I hate that air echo. I'll get her something from the market, or the elf settlement. And maybe I'll bring you something back from her farm, Alfie. You mentioned you'd love to try planting some gooseberries. Either way, I'll stop by sooner or later. Don't want to risk her turning into a werewolf and moving house. Ha. Ha. No, but seriously, if any more of my family members turn into dragon-forsaken werewolves, I'll be joining the Bell Helsings. Still don't know if they kill werewolves. Don't care. Do you think I could come with you when you go? I mean, I could gather the gooseberries myself, and I know a lot about snails. You should. You have a way with her family members, and the snails would love you. I have to agree. You'd probably make a chaotic mess, but... A fun chaotic mess? Yeah. Seems like you guys did end up forming a party after all. Shut up. Okay. Anyway, it's late. I think I should go back to the settlement and catch some rest. Ooh, we have Fable information. Fable has a hidden talent for being able to read other people extremely well. Despite their anxiety, they know what to say in serious situations and go out of their way to help people in need. Turns out, a little bit of positive feedback and validation is enough motivation to chase their dreams of adventuring. Cute. Honestly, mood. Anyway, it's late. I think I should go back to the settlement and catch some rest. Carolyn, do you want to come with? We can stop by the werewolf settlement and say hi to Mr. Draken. Or bye. Ain't sure I got any tips for you to return, but I can listen to you worrying. Yeah, you're good at that. You want to come too, innkeeper? I'm afraid Andu doesn't do well in civilization, or alone. Especially not alone. But I'll be eagerly awaiting your stories. We'll return with plenty. I'm counting on it. Good night, Lan. Good night, Fable. Night. Good night. Oh, my goodness. That was a long chapter. I think we're going to take a 10-minute little break, and then we'll come back and we'll do another chapter. Ooh, it's the interlude. Cute. Okay. But I will be right back. So definitely get some housework done. Go get some snacks. Go take a bathroom break. I don't know. Text your friends that you love them. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. Alrighty. I have brought a dog. Turns out most of the dogs were all downstairs after they had done their whole from Little Bark Fest. They all immediately passed out like this. This is Victor. Hello, Victor. Are you a good boy? He's looking at me. Go back to sleep, I'm sorry. But they're all like zonked outside because they've all gone on their walks and they've all had dinner, and now it's like it's around the time of day where most of my household starts to wind down and gets really quiet, which is nice. It's a little bit why I stream around this time, because I like being the only one making noise. But also, like, there's no background going on. I don't have to worry about going and helping with things or anything. I can just chill out and wind down as well with all of you. And I like that a lot. Anyway. Oh, thank you for sticking around. I hope everybody had a really nice little break there. I know I did, and I feel like I can read better now. Looks like an interlude. I don't know. I honestly, even at the beginning of this, like in March, during my first few streams where I was like, okay, we're gonna do 4 hours every night. We're gonna just game and game and game, and we're just gonna. Well, also I was addicted to Stardew Valley, so it was like not really a problem, but like, let's do it. And then I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I need like a 10-minute break. I just need a little rest. Just 10 minutes of horizontal time, really, it does wonders, truly. It's a magical thing. One more glimpse at the handsome boy. Look at my little 85-pound little man. This is my son. I love him so much. He will be a mainstay, because he's actually, like, my dog. Like, he's actually mine, even when I move out of here and hopefully into a new apartment. And while the rest of our 7 dogs stay here. And you know, he's just a little jumpy boy. Free a week for 4 hours. Yes, exactly. I was at oh god, it was Monday through Wednesday, and then Saturday was my schedule. So it was 4 a week for 4 hours, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm only doing 3 now for like 3 hours. But I do like the 4 and 5 hour streams sometimes. It depends on like how talkative everybody is. I feel like I feed off of other people's energy. Hence the meme of me being a vampire. This is my little jumbo boy. This is my little handsome little man. Look at how big his head is. Like, my 2 hands don't even cover his whole face. He's just a little squishy boy. Like, just a squishy man. Ugh, I love him. Now I need to clean my hands because I'm actually allergic to dogs. I'm gonna start sneezing so bad in the next few minutes. I know it. Maybe I should find some hand sanitizer, maybe? Well, that's not happening. I don't think I have any. Oh, well, we're sort of shit out of luck over here. 5 hours turns 6. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we'll do a really quick stream, and then there'll be like a bunch of people and they'll all be talkative, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna be here for 6 hours. And I have no problems with that. I am not complaining. It is honestly probably like one of those times when you plan for something and the change of plans is better than the plans you had in the first place. That's how I feel. Apparently. You guys even hear the background music anymore? Oh, okay. I hope you have a really good dinner. It is about that time, yeah. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we gotta talk about Final Fantasy 14. We'll get it. Alright, have fun. I'm gonna get right back into the game. Are you whining or are you snoring? Okay, I think he's actually hissing. Hold on, give me a minute. He does this thing sometimes. He's like a little disturbed. Or he'll start hiss breathing. Like a little leaky gas pipe. Is that better? You want to be tucked in? Oh, yes, you do. Okay. He did his little conclusion grump. Oh, yes. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I'm putting it in my notes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the follow, Senor Chase. Holy shit, we're at 49. Ah! Oh, good, good. I need more FF nerds. I have my free company, but I haven't hung out with them in a really long time, so... But yay. I know, I'm screaming. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, there we go. You should also let me know. I'll look up your schedule for streaming too. Yay! Have fun with dinner. Alright, let's get back into it. Victor has been burritoed. We're one away from affiliate and I'm freaking out. Ah. And here we go. I love the little rooster noise. Two new characters. What? Ew. I knew we took the right path. Who said we can't road trip all by ourselves? Liam did, I think. I think that was perhaps a rhetorical question. Whoa, dude, didn't see there. Oh, interesting comment. Oh gosh, thank you so much. Stream has been really good. We've gotten quite a bit further into the story. We've had some interesting character development, some good setup for some character development. And then we have our widow. You can't really see him now, but he's under that blanket, our big dog friend. But, yay. Well, now we're meeting two new people. One of them looks also like another Vuka-kin, but maybe he's a werewolf? What's up? The sky, last time I checked. It better be. It'd be very confusing otherwise. Very true. Is this your crib? Oh god. It is indeed. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Polygeist. Oh. Like poltergeist. And the goodest of boys, Scott Howell. And together we are the Prank Masters. Oh no. With a Z. Woo! Pleasure to meet you. I'm your humble innkeeper. Awesome. What drinks do you serve? Oof, yeah. We're in desperate need of some booze. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't serve booze. What? Why? But like with a lot of whys. I'm not saying that the age rating system is quite harsh on such things. And I've got to keep the place open somehow. I feel ya. We all got some burdens to carry. I love the, like, external references. Like, the innkeeper is very clearly aware that we're in a game. But also some other characters have made references to, like, our dialogue options as an innkeeper NPC. It's just, I love self-aware games like that. What else have you got? Magical beverages that can enhance your abilities. It's even rumored they might influence your fate. Whoa! That's so cool, dude. Like an influencer, but for fate. A fate-fluencer. That would go so hard on Momentgram. Oh god. What's a Momentgram? We should hook you up with Milo. They can explain it all better. Innkeep, please influence our fate before I get bored. I'm feeling incredibly depleted from this weird AF trip. Sounds like you're in dire need of some stamina. Though, I think you could use something a bit stronger than usual. Dope. Give me your strongest potion. Technically, never mind. Oh my gosh, they're on spring break. Okay, we're looking for a strength potion. Strength potion. Sailor's Courage? Sure. Stronger than usual. Now let's do citrine. A little bit of charisma. Oh. Did that not work? Oh, it subtracts charisma. There we go. And then... a little bit of that. Is it the right one that I want? What does the Dragon's Blessing infusion even do? The one that does it. It's a citrine. Blessed with the divine magic of the dragon's adventurers will have much better chance fighting the undead or any unholy creatures, or any creatures, really. So maybe I should do... God. Okay. Give it to Amnu. And I guess we'll do... we'll do the pine cone instead. Sorry, that was my phone. It's weird that that's the only one that did a buzz. Okay, Southern Brawl. And then the Sailor's Courage. Right? That feels right, right? Certainly not anything else, I think. Unless it's haste. Maybe we should do... okay. Alright. Alright. Listen. We'll do haste. Right? Is it the one? Yeah. Yeah, we want this. Because then it'll cover these two already. We'll dunk it on the strength. There we go. And add a little dash of defense. Sailor's Courage. Okay. Alright. There we go. A funky drink for a funky gal. It does kind of suit her too. Let's see. Whoa, this is so good. Very good. So good I don't even miss the booze. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll take that as a compliment. Try this, Scott. Ooh, that tickles just like pickle juice. So, Scott Howell, would you like a drink as well? Nah. But you could tell us where we are and what cool things we can check out around here. You're in Zenith in the Republic of Pessoa. Are you lost? Nope. At least not as long as we're having a blast. You do seem slightly out of this world, though. Ooh. Maybe you're onto something, potion seller. You know, we're road tripping, supposed to be the trip of our lives. Are they from another game? When something weird happened. We were about to take the next turn at a crossroads, and then whoosh! A portal opened up, and I couldn't hit the brakes in time. Yeah, we drove straight through and ended up on a gravel road. Everything seemed different and dated. So dated. Dated? Duh. I've seen and done plenty of weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. So, weird. No cars, only carriages and stuff. Cars? Yes. What are cars? Those things that go vroom. I'm afraid I've got no clue what you're talking about. I don't think cars exist here, Scott. Now it makes sense that my phone has no signal either. What makes sense? We landed in the past. Whoa. Does that mean we time traveled? Yeah. That's so cool. I doubt time travel is possible. It sounds more like you participated in inter-universal travel, which is rare, but happens occasionally. Wait. So what you're saying is, we are super special and lucky to have participated in such an event? Likely. Dope. This is a sign, Scott. The universe sent us here to wreak havoc. Oh, woo! God, I'm not howling. The pranksters will strike again. Soon, after a nap. Can we take a nap, Polly? Good idea. Hey, funky magic mystery pal. You better get to writing that tour guide. I'll see what I can do. Good. Do you have a room for us? Of course. I've got a room upstairs. Just ignore the scratching sounds and leaking water by the iron door. Don't worry, we've seen worse than that. We've got plenty of experience with sea monsters. Always hyped to meet more. See you in a bit, Innkeep. Come on, Scott, let's hit the sheets. The sheets. Maybe I should add some do not enter signs. What is happening upstairs? We have a random dingy room upstairs. Baya! Hello! Glad to see you, Baya. Thank you for having me. Now, that... Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? Still so lonely. I came to ask... Have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did? Yes, I sent Fable and Aura to solve the dispute. Ooh! Then let's hope they'll be friends again soon, so... we can have tea parties again. And I can stop being lonely. At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. Thank you for handing out my coupons. Oh, wow, they're gonna go to her spa. That's it. Did you hear spa? Mm-hmm. Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Woo! I love spa things. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bog creature? Tour guide? Do you want to visit my spa? These two are Polly Geist and Scott Howell. They're currently looking for entertainment and a way back home. But entertainment first, obviously. It's getting incredibly boring here. No offense, funky mystery magic pal. None taken. Where is your home? In a portal, or something. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself is pretty rad. But we've had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Move on to my spa. Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Of course. You could do that? But first, oh right, because she stays, I think, in the Astral Sea. But first, you have to visit my spa. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyways. The air here is so dry. My bog water is especially moisturizing. Wait. Does that mean we get to go skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh yes, absolutely. My hot springs are the best. Cool. So a pit stop at your spa and then a road trip back home? You joining us for the ride, sweet bog creature? Please say yes. We'll see. Let me change my voice back. We'll see. First I'll show you the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, you could take a ride with them through it. Might help you with your loneliness. You think so? Yes. No one's lonely on a ride with the prank masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? Oh my fucking god. Thank you so much, that dirty llama. Great name, 10 out of 10. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I can't scream into the mics. just know that there is a small person inside me screaming at the top of her lungs right now. Thank you so much, that's so cool. Ah. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna switch to just chatting. You guys, we're at 55. Woo! Thank you so much. Stop. I'm like actually gonna cry. I'm not gonna. Yay! This is really cool. I actually like cannot. Yeah. I don't know how to articulate. Pardon me while I actually just turn into a messy little glob of feelings. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so. Ah. I'm so happy, thank you. Yay. This has been a long time. Messy feelings are all I have. So I hope they're good. Oh guys, you guys don't even know. You like I can't fully articulate exactly like how much reaching 50 like means to me. This has been like a really hard last few months for me. And I just we did it. We did it, and I could not have done it without all of you guys. Like literally, like actually literally. That's so nice. I'm Yay, thanks. Okay. Oh, wow, I'm showing that I'm a millennial. Hold on, let me do the what's the new one? I can't I can't put the right heart up, but we'll do the millennial heart. Oh gosh, thank you so much. This is so kind. Yeah, I accept the good. I accept the good strongly. Ah, shit, now I have to finish all my emojis. Art stream coming much sooner than anticipated. Well, the other like there's a different K-pop heart, I think now. Oh, a little. Ah! Oh, I think my older sister just ran downstairs to tell my mom, and all I can hear is them going, "Woo!" downstairs. So, thank you so much. That's so nice. Oh, ooh. Actually, I don't know how to continue from here. So, with all of my love and with all of my gratefulness, we will continue with the game because I don't know what else to do right now. All right. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh golly jeepers. Okay. Ah! Okay. Yes, we got this. We got this. Okay. Because I'm realizing I have to switch back to Baya's voice. And I think that's just a bit of an awkward transition. I. Okay, alright. We have personhood. I think the trick is to reapply my lip gloss. My gosh. So cool. So cool. Okay. Alright, we're switching back into Baya now. The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests. Or the one through the Twilight Chasm, a place of dread and weird fishies? Ooh, the Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky. Oh god, my cheeks hurt so much. I love dreams, they're so weird. Like that one dream I had where I was my own dad. Oh, okay. Where should I leave them, innkeeper? Ooh, okay. Slug cat! Welcome in! I know, 50. Okay, but I do need your help. Which one should we send these two through? The Nightmare Realm or the portal to Avalon, just around the corner? Yes, please go eat. Dinner is very important. I'm so glad you enjoyed our stream. We will resume on Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. If you're looking for the next part of the saga. Thank you. Like, actually, alright. Okay, a trip through the Nightmare Realm or a portal to Avalon. I feel like pranksters would like the Nightmare Realm, personally. I'm gonna choose Nightmare. Nightmares? Heck yeah, haven't had one of those in a while. Sounds dope. Make sure you don't lose your minds, though. No promises. I can't wait to show you my mud masks. Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bog creature. My name is Baya. Oh, with her cute little her emojis. Now let's hit the road, Baya. Enjoy your trip and safe travels. Goodbye, potion seller. See ya. Ah, goodbye, innkeeper. I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors, at least. I'm excited to hear the story she'll tell when she gets back. Why do I feel like that's alluding to a future Coffee Talk game? We should look up, what is it? Polly Geist and Scott Howell. Oh, they're from Monster Road Trip. Or Monster Prom? That's so cool. So they're from another. They are from another game. I thought so, because they seemed a little weird. All right. Oh wow, we're already starting a new day. Okay. I know we said that we would stop after a new chapter, but I do really want to see what happens next, and that was sort of an interlude. So we'll do the next one. Yes, we just met her last stream. Good evening, innkeeper. Good evening, Grace. Could I ask you for a drink? Anytime. What can I do for you? Do you for? Same thing. I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that will keep my mind awake for a little longer? I should have something that can do just that. One moment. We'll give her the same drink we gave her brother then. The Silent Owl. Oh, which infusion do we do? I think... not citrine. I think we're supposed to... Huh. That's invisibility. Oh, let's do this. This one has inspiration, so that'll help her too. Alright. Ink. I love the little sounds in it too. A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy. Thank you. This is just what I needed. Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis. I am, which also means I need to figure out what to do next. The possibilities are endless, but not boundless. So considerations are a complicated endeavor. Have you considered a break? I have. Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, what would you do with it? Weird question to ask. I've never thought about that before. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards all day. Forever is a really long time. Isn't there anything else you would like to do? I've always wanted to learn how to play the harp. That is true. Oh, why haven't you? No time, no muse, no talent. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right moment. When will that moment come? Not sure. I just don't feel like the harp belongs to me right now. Let me know when it does. I'd love a concert. Will do. What would you do with immortality? I would learn everything there is to learn, every language, instrument, skill, and facet of mortal existence. I would travel the plains with my brother and learn even more, have an infinite amount of tea parties. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. We didn't have money for music boxes, so he just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. Oh, that's so cute. They have such a nice relationship. Now I miss my brother. Which, I'm glad that I get to go on a vacation in a month or two. I think it's September, right? So right now it's July. So like in 2 months, then I get to hang out with my brother. Plus I think he's coming up in August so that we can go to the Ren Fair. But I'm also going to the Ren Fair this Saturday with my D&D friends. I'm excited for that. If I had the time, I would love to write down all those songs and invent dances for them. You should make time for that. It's your time, after all. Yay! Thanks for coming in! But yeah, have a good night. I know we're getting kind of late in the day for some people, so If you need to go eat dinner, if you need to go take a rest, go do that, because the VOD will still be here for you should you watch it. And we'll be back on Saturday anyway. So, but thank you. I am very, very excited. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Not if you got the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is, but I'll make the most of it. What will you do next, then? I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about going to Asphodel. Where is Asphodel? Ooh, now that we're at 50, this means I get to have... Right, I talked about emojis, but, like, that actually means that people will use them, so I'm very excited for that. I'll try to make the ones that are accessible for just followers and not subs some of the best ones. Because I want to see them used. What is it? What did she say? Capital of the Magocracy? Wouldn't that be on the Amber Isles? Better weather. She said Asphodel. Asphodel. No. Boreas. Magical Lake, Lonesome Lagoon. Nope. Duria. Sky Peaks, Amasa. Nope. Highlands. No. Is it in Moss? That doesn't feel like it's in Mossbury, but I'll still check. Nope. Feels like a Northern Republic thing, maybe. Ashen Grove, Tregarin, Zenith. Wait, nope. No, we're in the Northern Republic. Themis, Arave, Pale Woods, Windmore. So then Saye Plains, Soford, Damale, Gravelmac, Silver Pass. Huh. Do we not have it then? Darkwood. No. Oh, weird. It's not on our map. The capital of Magocracy? I heard the libraries there are 60 stories tall and rivers float through the sky in an exuberant display of mana. Sounds like paradise for someone like you. Yes, but Hex really wants to stay here. He likes Vasoa, Zenith, the Ashen Grove. I think he likes how quiet it is, if you would believe it. I don't think he'd like the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Majocrian embassy in Zoford. Their teleportation is expensive, but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Zoford either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself, then. He really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation. You can take a ship? I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would make the distance acceptable to him. He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures or celebrations, or funerals. You can just tell him you want to go alone. Oh! If they're, like, half-elf twins, did he get the elven lifespan and she got the human lifespan? Or is she just like the older sister? I gotta check. Half-elf. She's 42. Hex is 48, so he's older. They're not twins, but he is older. Weird. But then he'd be alone, too. Just talk to him, Grace. I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me, either. You should tell him that. Oh, if she's already, like, 40-something, then she's, like, halfway through her age, and he still looks like a little kid. And that's why she has silver in her hair, and he doesn't. Okay. That sucks, dude. He'll have enough... oh, God. Sorry. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. Unlike life, that never ends. I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower. Please do. I love those. Did you hear about the one on Morlia near Dalwell? The one with the infamous Majocrian fugitive? The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving his tower but vacant. Oh, did we get a new rumor? Ooh. Undil snails. Legends or clerics. No, we don't have it yet. We'll probably get it on the next click. But I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I haven't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and possibilities. Go? Rumor unlocked. Oh, it matches up. A stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes. It's the guy who sent us the letter. A wizard from the Majocracy has abandoned his tower. The wizard's location is unknown, but he seems to be gone for good. The stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor, and he's the one who gave the green letter to Kyle, the vampire, who gave it to us, and he's the reason why the stars fell out of the sky. Ooh. I feel like this is probably the signal that we're at the end of this act. And I don't think we're going to get our third rumor until the next one, maybe? I'm thinking that there's probably 4 acts, but I'm not sure. Couldn't you just teleport in to check? You can't exactly teleport in and out of well-protected places all willy-nilly. You might end up trapped or on a whole other plane. You might. Maybe that's what happened to the wizard. Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was, and no one seems interested in finding out either. Isn't that sad? A little. I don't want to disappear like that. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around. How long is that? For as long as this world will bear me. Okay. You're very easy to bear. Thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while? Please. I find your inn truly inspiring. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. I'm counting on it. Fibble braided his hair. Mabel has different hair now. I think, right? Is that different? It looks different to me. Yeah, it was down before. Hi, innkeeper. Hiya, you two. A drink, please. Or 2, actually. Sure thing. Actually, what name are we on right now? Well, Aura is still fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. I was busy. Want to come up with a new one now, then? Can I come up with one? Sure. How about Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits. Does Kumo have a double meaning? And he is just as stealthy as a spider. And just as cute. Oh my! I'll take your word for it. Our drinks. Can we get them now? Of course. What would you like? Something sweet. Bubbly, maybe. You look so nervous. If you could find something that... you know. Sure. I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for. Ooh, they got closer. They want charisma. I think we'll give him a sunny breeze. adding a little bit of inspiration should help too. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Do you want to send it back? No, it's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you? Maybe something that will make me feel like a cloud? Ooh, they want to drink something that reminds them of each other. Like I'm so light on my feet, I'm practically floating. Oh, okay. I think I got something for that. And we're looking for speed. Speed. Swift Strike is the only one that we have that does dexterity. I want a new one. Did we, like, not unlock it or something? I also want to give them... We'll just do it normal. Sort of disappointed that I can only give them the bare bones. I can't give them anything else because I don't have any other dexterity-based potions. It is what they asked for, right? Dexterity? Yeah. I don't know. I want a new one. The usual for the usual favorite. Thank you, it's delicious. And usual. Or as usual. That's what I like to hear. I like the new hair, by the way. Oh, you do? Thank you. It looks really nice, right? Kumo braided it for me. He helped me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan. But I should probably start at the beginning, right? Yes, you should. I need all of the details. Okay, I'm moving my phone because it keeps vibrating. I'd appreciate that. Alright, so what happened at the beginning? The ship to Boreas. Right. I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. After all, the sea around Boreas are famously hard to traverse, with all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Iniko. We took the opportunity to ask her for advice. Thought maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. Right. Did she have any good advice? She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all of the dangerous maelstroms, sea stacks, and iceberg elementals. Pretty good. That must have made for a very relaxing journey. It did. It was very inspiring, too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auras in the night sky as we drew closer. They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. I even started on a new song. It wasn't ready to be shared yet, though. I just wanted a sneak peek. Well, you should have snuck better. A new song? Can I hear it? It's not done yet. Thanks to Una, we made it to the Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one but us had been there before. Kind of exciting. Very adventurous, for sure. As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, created unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. Okay. The thickest rustle The thickets rustled as we walked by, whether moved by wind or by creatures, we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with shimmering portals forming in their empty husks. Ooh. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted by shrill shrieking sounds that seemed to come from right above us. It was almost idyllic. Or scary. It was mostly scary. I wouldn't have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold, so I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by tall trees. Or rather, one tree. All of them were connected, intertwined with one another. Oh god. Through one of their twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. In its midst rested a nymph, a real nymph. Doing taxes? She was weaving. Oh, right, there was a joke at the beginning of like, what do you think nymphs do? And we were like, maybe they do taxes. She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight being reflected off the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstones, and her smile was full of kindness. She was all right, but also the only person around. So Fable asked her for directions? No, Fable asked her about everything but directions. I asked her for directions. She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift. A gift? That's sweet. She gave us earplugs against the Banshee's song so our bones wouldn't shatter. Very helpful. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return? I did. She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back and she'd think of what she'd need a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition, so maybe for that. Who would she even advertise to? Frogs? And toads. So cute. It's literally like the sun and moon dynamic. Wait, hold on. They're arcana. Oh, no. Her, Fable's arcana is the Hanged Man. And Kumo's is the moon. Oh, that would have been cool if it was the sun. I would have been like, ooh. It is still cute, though. Who has the sun again? Oh, it's Voyage. The Banshee was our first priority, so we stealthily made our way to the Lonesome Lagoon with earplugs in our ears. We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies. As we finally approached the Lonesome Lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths. And then we heard it, a song filled with all the sorrow of the world compressed into a single note. It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in that song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she just kept going, like tears that wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward, and said hello. They said, "Hello, Banshee. I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, bearing a row of deadly sharp teeth. She was very nice, actually. She asked if we wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along. Did you? Of course. It was kind of fun. It was. And I thought, what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now? So I lead with, I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right? She suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger, and then just started screaming. I was very thankful for the earplugs at that moment. I think without them my bones might have melted. That was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thicket of the Borean forest. Obviously, we couldn't just leave it at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruits with a pattern of little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them. She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down at the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way, right in the middle of the giant portal to the Twilight Chasm. It colors the water this deep dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within. There were bones floating in the lagoon, too. I almost brought one for your tavern. Oh, that would have been so cool. Why didn't you? I thought you wouldn't like it. I love bones. I do love bones. I'll keep that in mind for the future. The banshee actually fished out some bones to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Marmor, as she calls her. It's so cute. Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls. Ever since the banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monster by Screech Magazine. She told us it carved a hole in their relationship, that it caused a lot of jealousy. And she was disappointed the Mary Morgan cared more about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself, but she said that she didn't need to apologize for being scary. She was very thankful she got to talk about it, though. Well, that's pretty nice. She's holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all the drama. She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave, which was really nice of her. Did you end up taking a nap in her lair? We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the dead, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall to the calls of sleep. You found loot? You have my attention. What did you find? Gold, bones, skulls, jewels of all sizes. And a lute. It was broken, but I picked it up anyway. There was also a delicate silver mirror that had hearts carved all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings. Melina showed me them in some book the other day, when the wizard in Zoford showed us around his library. It was a mirror of far speech. It lets you speak to anyone on this plane, given that you've seen them before. Oh, that's cool. So you called Millie? No, we called the Mary Morgan. Ah, that makes more sense. How did it go? Well, I had to be the one to make the call, since Kumo had never met her. When her face appeared, all I could do was stare in horror as she gazed back at me. I felt like I was back in the Ashen Grove, leading adventurers to their doom, and I just froze. So I took the mirror out of their hands. Her first words were threats of what she would do to us if we had dare harm the Banshee. Of course we hadn't. That briefly calmed her down. Until I asked her why she wasn't there, or wasn't here, if she was so worried about the Banshee's well-being. Avoiding the question, she instead talked to us about the state of the lagoon. Ooh. She complained that it must be incredibly loud with all the tourists and whatnot. I assured her there were no tourists, at least none that were alive. Oh my god, she killed them all. So she asked what I was doing in the lair then. Honestly, I replied that the Banshee had offered us a place to stay at in her cave. I quickly realized that I had picked the wrong thing to stay. Her eyes started bleeding black ichor and she began cursing us out in tongues. Oh no. The mirror cracked under her gaze and started bleeding black water. It was terrifying. It sounds really scary. And then we were just supposed to sleep there as if she couldn't crawl out of the mirror any second. After that happened, I thought that we should discuss our further plans in that cave. So I pulled Fable outside and we went for a walk. The nymph had mentioned this enchanted flower field where she collects flowers for the fish. So we went there. Thought it might be a good spot. It was a good spot. Even though I could stop shaking for a while. Though the flowers really helped. As did not being alone. Was that when Kumo braided your hair? It was, yes. My hair kept falling in my face and it was overwhelming me. So he sat me down and braided it away while I worked on rebuilding the lute. He said that some distraction would help. Talking also really helped. Even if I asked a lot of stupid questions. They weren't stupid, just curious. Oh my gosh, him being nice to another person? Him being like, no, everything's actually fine, instead of being like, yeah, it was dumb. Ooh, we're getting character development, and they clearly had a really nice little romantic date. Did you have a favorite one? They asked where I learned to braid hair. That actually brought us further on our quest. How so? Well, I learned it from my mother. It's the only thing I feel I have left of her. Oh, God. It was her way of apologizing. She was never very good with words. It made me think. Sometimes people aren't very direct with what they mean. I have heard of that, yes. Like the Mary Morgan. She didn't seem angry about the Banshee outdoing her in some fear pageant. She didn't even mention it once. She only got upset when she thought we had hurt the Banshee. Or when she thought we were tourists, or when we said we were staying in that cave. She was jealous of something entirely different than some issue of Screech magazine. We talked it through and decided we had to get the two of them to talk face to face. Obviously, it would be difficult because of the distance, but I had taken the mirror with me when we left, thought it might be useful. Ever the thief. Indeed, I used it to call Baya. I asked her to tell the Mary Morgan to come to Boreas. Fable mentioned she can teleport via plants, however that works. She can. You should try it out. It's nauseating. I think we'll pass. While I went to talk to the Banshee, Kumo picked up the Mary Morgan. She and I really connected on eyeliner techniques. I need to see what they look like. When we arrived at the lagoon, they were immediately ready to claw at each other's throats. And not in a fun way. Okay, there's a fun way? But somehow we managed to convince them to sit down. We tried to get them to talk about their feelings, but they just kept talking past and over and away from each other, arguing about an issue that didn't exist. So I had this crazy idea. I took out my new lute and asked them if they wanted to write a song together. They declined and insisted their voices would clash, but I thought at the very least it'd stop them from arguing. Kumo helped me convince them by summoning tiny rain clouds pitter-pattering in a gentle melodic rhythm to inspire them to give it a try. We asked them to put all of their emotions about the whole situation into a song. That's so cute! In the end, they harmonized together perfectly. Like their voices were made for each other and the gentle hum of my lute. It was beautiful. Aww! He's good at talking about his feelings now and being honest about things. And a little bone-shattering, but very romantic. Mostly importantly, the song finally got them to understand each other. Like Kumo had suspected, the Mary Morgan was scared, not jealous, now that the Banshee was so popular. She feared that the Banshee would become really busy with tourists visiting all the time. Oh, that's why she asked. It's not that there was going to be tourists. It's that she thought that she already had some. She assumed that she didn't have time for her anymore. But the Banshee assured her that she doesn't care about any of the tourists. Only about the Mary Morgan, and Baya, of course. We told them to talk to her, too, and mentioned how much she had been missing them. They agreed to meet for a tea party in the Ashen Grove, so Baya doesn't have to travel too far. Did you invite them to your barbecue? No. After the outpouring of emotions, they wanted some time for themselves. The quest was done. It had only taken us 2 days, which was really efficient. Unfortunately, we had told the ship to pick us up in 3 days, so we were trapped on the island. So you swam back? What? No. What's wrong with you? The usual. We stared. What's wrong with you? We started brainstorming about what we could do while we waited. So I asked about that cheesecake recipe, but then I realized there wasn't anywhere to bake it. They don't have any taverns on Boreas. It was a stupid idea. It wasn't. Somewhere on the island had to be something to make cheesecake in. Did you find that something? We did, but it turned it into its own small quest. First, we had to find the right place for our little adventure. We met these lovely gnomes living in their little mushroom houses. And they offered to let us use their ovens. But they were too small, so they introduced us to the local Toadhill giant. Its kitchen was enormous, but it was easier to work in than one that was too small. Then the gnomes, the nymph, and the giant helped us gather ingredients from all across the island. So we were able to make enough cheesecake for everybody. I burned mine a bit. But when we made the second batch for the ship's crew, they were already starting to turn out better. Kumu is a really good teacher. And you're a really good student. Ooh, my gosh, the blushes. Thank you. The cake really lifted the crew's spirits on the journey back. We agreed to teach them the recipe once we hit land. Afterwards, they invited us to the captain's birthday party. They even introduced us to a traveling obelisk who sang a song of the ancients. Okay. It showed us a shortcut through the Rhyolith's mountain range, where we met some flaming songbirds. And now you're here. And now we're here. Glad you two didn't run off into the sunset together. Well, I'm glad you came back. Of course we did. I promised a good story. And you delivered tenfold. Where are you two going next? I should probably talk to Melina. She was pretty mad when I left. I guess I should apologize while I still can. Good idea. Do you want me to come with you? No, I think I need to do this alone. Or rather, with her. And I have to check on Rufus, too. Maybe Hex taught her some fun magic tricks in the meantime. You left her with Hex? And with Grace. Hello, Grace. Don't worry, nothing was set on fire. I should go. But before I go, do you maybe want to do something together later today or tomorrow? Like a thing? Oh, like hanging out together? We could play charades with the werewolves. I think you meant hanging out as in a date. Did you? Maybe I did. Oh. Okay. That sounds really fun. Cool, I'll pick you up, or I'll see you around, or whatever. I'll see you. Oh my god. I'm looking forward to it. Me too. It's happening. The ship is sailing. The ship has launched. Ugh, I'm so proud of myself. Yay! I knew it. They're super cute. He asked me on a date. He did. That's... Oh, what? What do I do now? Do you think Archie has books on dating? Or should I ask the Hydra for advice? It probably knows about dating, right? Archie is still on his quest. Also, I'm right here. You're right. What should I do? Just go. See where it takes you. Or where he takes you. Hopefully somewhere nice. Do you feel safe with him? I do feel safe with him. I do feel safe with him, so maybe I should try trusting this more. Mostly, I think you should just be honest with him. He seems to like you for who you are, so there's no need to hide. Thank you, Grace. That's the scary thing. Why does he feel that way? Because you are very lovely? People keep saying that. But sometimes I just feel a lot lovelier hiding, you know? To me it sounded like it's perhaps a bit too late for that. Sorry for listening in. You two were just very sweet. It's okay. I also thought it was very sweet. He was very sweet. But now that he's gone, I have time to think again. And I'm not sure if I was supposed to be that type of sweet anymore. Oh. Maybe he was just being nice? He asked you on a date because he was just being nice? Well, maybe he felt bad for me or something? Innkeeper, dear, I think Fable might be in need of another drink. Maybe something to untangle their thoughts, something for a quick escape from all this overthinking. That sounds good. I'll see what I can do. Honestly, mood. I have those exact same thoughts. Fable and we're just on the same exact page. I wish we had another speed drink. I'm so mad. Yes, Swift Strike it is. Does this help? Very much so. Thank you. I feel like now I can uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain. What do you think I should do? What do you want to do? I want to go on our date, and I want to get to know him better. Maybe even get him to know me better, too? Do you think he would like that? I think so, yes. It seems like you don't need our answers. You have yours already. Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart. Aww. Did you know you can give that permission to yourself? I forget that every time, but I know you're right. I think I know what to do now, somewhat. But I'll figure the rest out. Ooh, I think we got their final character info. With their budding faith in themselves, they are beginning to enjoy new things instead of being terrified of them. They're learning how to play an instrument, performing songs, and actually letting people close. This process will take some time, but they've come a long way already. How sweet. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes that's all I really need when I'm scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared, as long as you don't run from the things that make you happy. You're right. It took me a while to realize that. Running is so easy, you know? You always know where to go, away. But staying, you have to actually look at yourself, figure out what your part is and everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from Boreas, dancing with Kumo to the music of They Danced Together, the music of the Navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would have never gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there. Are you okay, little man? There he goes. Okay. I realized that life is so much more than a constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best to face my problems. Even though it's terrifying, I know that I'm not alone. Is this still about Kumo? No, he was never a problem. He's just one of the reasons I'm not alone. Just like you. With good friends by my side, I can do anything. And I can't wait to see what you will do. It might not be as impressive as you hope, but it will be me, and I'm excited about that. Me too. I'm really proud of you, Fable. Thank you for everything, especially the great advice. That was really great advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace. Maybe you should. But we all conquer life at our own pace. My personal Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss. And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper? Of course, there are some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with the do not enter signs. You shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check. Please don't. I won't. I'm polite. Or am I? God. Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up there. We have nightmare creatures. We have random room full of nightmare creatures. Horrific. Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm? Not for long enough to capture any creatures. I see. What are you thinking about, innkeeper? Oh, you know, innkeeper things. I don't. No, I mean, since I'm not an innkeeper and all. Right. That song you mentioned, the one you started writing on the ship? I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle. I don't think it's jingle material, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress. Of course. Ooh, I don't know, I'm not going to sing, but there's a calling on the wind. The calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. I've heard the tales, set the sails, now it's time for me to leave. That sounds like a great opener. So you like it? Wonderful. I can't wait to hear more. Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something. Maybe the next adventure. Maybe. Will you let me know when it's done? Of course, I can't wait to show you the finished version. Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you. For maybe finally finishing a song? For not running. Oh, thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice? All the time, yes. Why don't you? I don't know. It's hard, I know, but I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay. I would like that. Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space. Maybe it's time to stop running. Should I... Is it time to read that letter? Yes. Oh, that was easy. I guess I've been wanting to for a while. Yes, we have. Let's hope for no regrets. Here we go. Oh, okay. Beep. Ooh. Okay. This real quick. It's odd how the second I let a dog into my room, everything gets clogged up. Okay. Here we go. My dearest friend, long has it been since we've talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's waning memory. I can only imagine how you enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did, for a brief moment, for these 30 years. Oh my god. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of the century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first night of the dying moon, where the realm of Tavat is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not, I'll be right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, an old friend. That was... I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. But you didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Shit. Pardon? No time. Duck, now. What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Healing? Oh my god. I don't know why I'm like totally clogging up now. Hold on. Something's coming, something big. Your next show? What? No. There's no time, duck. Is the ground... Oh. Oh my god. Are we underwater? Is everyone alright? Are we underwater? Phew, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. What just happened? Why is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods, drafting my newest song when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then a wall of water came rushing forward to me, washing towards me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately looking for shelter. No way I was going to let my hagum get wet. These strings are made of real Shabian silk, and the body's ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity. That's the first thing going through your mind when a giant wave of water with a giant wave rushing right at you? Of course, this instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. Oh god. Is everyone alright? Grace, dragons, you're alright. I was worried something had happened to you. Oh, don't worry. When the walls started rumbling, I hid under a table, and then I watched the water rush by the window. It was like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far into the mainland. Right. It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. I wonder what could cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying, to say the least. And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Don't worry, it'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gotten through worse than this. You? It's gotten through worse than this. We're the tavern. We are the tavern. We're the tavern itself. Wouldn't have thought it could withstand this sort of thing, but even more so glad it can. It seems to be a simple yet very sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Yes, we are very sturdy and simple. Are you flirting with the innkeeper? Ha, me? No. Also, that's beside the point. Is it? I mean, unless. I like to work my body. Helps in a lot of aspects. Can we get back to the point, please? Yeah, sure. The point. Right. Back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the treetops, jotting down notes for my next song. When suddenly a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped up on the rock I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw water break through the canopy, snapping trees in half like they were shashlik skewers. Shashlik. I wasted no second. I turned on my heel, knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then I was here and told you to duck. It sounded horrible. Are you all right? Are you hurt? I'm fine, thanks. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure? I'm Grace. Oh, maybe they'll kiss. Nice to meet you, Grace. Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso. Yes, that would be me. My apologies, I didn't mean to push any boundaries. But I saw you perform at Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on my heartstrings with your beautiful performance. Oh. I did that? Yes, I was awestruck by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way. Magic can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But not more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well. I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swim by? Oh, what? Where? It looked like a red-winged eel. Is there a creature out there? Oh, I haven't seen one of those in ages. Where's its natural habitat? Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Something isn't right. I'm afraid you might be correct. I'm also afraid, very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside. Of course not. You should all stay for the night. Would that be possible? Of course, the tavern will stand this, and a bit of company wouldn't hurt. I agree. Thank you, innkeeper. Say, you with the lute, what's your name? Fable. My name is Fable. Oh my gosh. One of the dogs woke up from a dream. Do you play? The lute, I mean. Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet. How about we play together a song or two to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside? It's very untuned. It goes out of tune really quickly, but I guess that's a lute thing. I got you. Show it to me. I'll help you, and then we'll jam until a new dawn rises. Character information. Blub blub. Sleep with the fishes. Oh my good golly gosh. Everything's fine. This is fine. And with that terrible, horrible, awful, I think that we're gonna finish for the day. But stick around, because we're going to raid one of my friends. In celebration of reaching 50 followers, and because we have enough people to do so, I believe. Yes. Okay. But I believe they are playing... Let me check real quick on my phone what they're playing. I hope everybody had a good time. We're underwater. I can't believe that happened. I feel like things keep on, like, randomly occurring in this game. Like, huge catastrophes. And that kind of feels accurate for... Oh, they are playing... Huh. Okay, it looks like... the new, like, Star something game. But we'll go ahead and we'll find that out. I can't believe we're underwater. That's crazy. Alrighty tidy. Yes, it looks like they are playing Sea of Stars. Okay. Alright, Sassy Jessie is like one of my very close streamer friends. We've raided them before, and since they're playing Sea of Stars, I believe they've just begun, like, the beginning of it. So if you're hoping for, like, not spoilers or to play it yourself, leave now or forever hold your peace. But we will be back on Saturday at 8 p.m. with I guess the rest of us being underwater. I do want to play for a while. It looks like we just entered Act 3 as well, the Twilight Flood. So we are now officially halfway through. Saturday will be our last, like, the end of our straight playthrough. And then next week I do want to get back into Stardew, but we'll still play this game, I think, on Thursday and Saturday next week. But Tuesday I do want to start Stardew back up. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start the raid. I hope that's okay with everybody. Are we ready? Let's go, let's go. I'm actually looking forward to it, because I'm hoping that Sea of Stars is going to be really cool, and it seems like a nice RPG. But I'll see you guys next time. Let's raid.